the St. Louis Blues. And this is a team that had 3 first-round draft picks. And this one comes from @WeWentBlues. And the question is, thoughts on the Blues prospect pool after this draft? Well, St. Louis's prospect pool over the last 2 drafts has gotten a significant influx of talent. Love the pick of Dalibor Dvorsky at number 10. If you had me do it between him and Nate Danielson for Detroit, Dvorsky would have been the easy decision for me. I think that he's a heavy two-way center that makes a lot of plays and has a goal scorer's touch. Love the game of Otto Stenberg. He's a center wing. I don't think he's going to play center at the NHL level, but he's got tenacity. He's quick. He's skilled. He makes plays. I like what he brings to the table. And so that's going to be fascinating to watch him. And then, Theo Lindstein, I don't think he's a first-round defenseman, but I do think that he's a quality defensive prospect. He is low offense, great defensive player. Typically you don't see those guys go. You got Quentin Burns, who's a heavy hitter. Yuri Pekarchik, who has got really good upside. I mean, a guy that was a late riser throughout the year. Anybody that saw him throughout the year really started to come away even more excited about him. So, they made some great picks. But now you've got Dalibor Dvorsky, who could potentially be the number 1 center for your team long term. He's got that level of upside. It's I don't know that he'll necessarily hit it. You've also got Jimmy Snuggerud, who you drafted last year, who I think has far exceeded the value of the draft slot that he was taken in. And so now you've got at least kind of 2 new centerpieces of your next wave of young forwards. You already got Robert Thomas. You've got other players that are going to be in your franchise longer term, but now you add guys like Dvorsky and Snuggerud. So I'd say that the Blues are well on their way. They also got Zach Dean in a trade last year as well. So you get, in the Barbashev trade, they got Zach Dean, and they have options, and they've got younger guys like Jake Neighbors. And so I think that St. Louis's prospect pool is about as healthy as it's ever been, in the last several years, because you think about all the years they were competing for spots, and now they actually have a roster that not only can compete for them, that they can just kind of move. They'll compete and then also, be this next wave of talent that's going to be able to filter in with the guys that are part of the Stanley Cup core that are still around. So I think St. Louis is in a phenomenal position of where they're at.